This is the third time I forgot to press record.
Ain't never seen tears from a gangster, so why do you want me to cry?
Alright, now that we're actually recording right now. Hey yo, what's up YouTube? It's Zayton here, and today we are reacting to the preds that society accepts. Now, first thing I want to ask is, what is wrong with y'all? This shouldn't even be okay. This never was acceptable. It shouldn't be acceptable right now. What are y'all on, huh? Y'all need correction or something? Like, explain to me. Like, I know you don't know me, I know I don't know you, but you can talk to me. Something. Do we need to have a conversation? Anyway, this video is by 4D Shams. Let's go ahead and see what he talking about. You know, I saw a bunch of familiar faces in the thumbnail. I don't keep up with none of them, so it really don't matter to me. But let's go ahead and hop right into it.
Strip club is where we going, bro. This guy crazy.
What you just saw is a bunch of groupies following LeBron trying to get him to slip up. And luckily, he's not new to this. He's true to this. You feel me? He's an OG. He's a vet. He went down the escalator that was going up. Hey, G move. But I want you to imagine this. Imagine you're a 20-year-old NBA rookie. You just got drafted. You got millions in the bank account. You're playing in the league with some of the guys you looked up to growing up. Life is golden. But what you don't realize is that everyone is eyeing your success and your wallet. And no, I'm not talking about your agent or those newfound family members that just started coming around in the last couple of months. I'm talking about the gold diggers. You see, when most people think about predators, they think about these old...
Which is true. If you are a young, successful, you gonna have them all, bro. They all gonna be trying to follow you and be trying to get on. It's just, I feel like that's just a part of it. But you know, hey, let's see what else, man.
Men who are sometimes wealthy, you know, they tend to be creepy, going after these younger women. But what we're here to talk about today is a predator that most people don't see coming. The older female predators who prey on young, successful men. And look, before I get started with this video, I have nothing...
That is a real thing. You know, people don't consider that as often because, you know, men tend to take on the negative connotations of that. But, you know, there are some older women and older females out there that do tend to prey on young, successful black dudes, or not even just black dudes, any young, successful dude in general. They are out there, but nobody talks about them, you know, because, you know, that's just how the world works. I mean, we live in a double standard world, bro. That's just a part of it.
It's legal age gap relationships. If you guys are both consenting adults, you can love whoever you want. But today we're here to expose these older women who've taken advantage of these young, successful men and used them for their money. Meet 39-year-old Drea Michelle. This dude you see right here is her 22-year-old son, Nico. And you see what they're doing in this clip is sitting courtside in Drea Michelle's 22-year-old NBA boyfriend Jalen Green's game. I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't imagine someone who's not only the same age group as me, but the same exact age as me being in the father figure role in my life. That's just insane. I ain't gonna lie. But that's a topic for another video. You see, my issue with these couples that have these huge age gaps is you question whether or not the love is genuine. Because I'm a strong believer that to even get...
You know, I would say we're gonna watch this ad together, but I'm not.
Even get to the point where you love someone, you gotta have that initial interest. And no, I'm not talking about interest on a physical level because you see people who you find attractive every single day. I'm talking about genuinely having things in common. For example, hobbies, activities, aspirations. What could this young man in his early 20s have in common with his significantly older mother? Especially when it's a mother that has a son the same age as him. I mean, just look at this insane story post she made. I don't want to figure it out on my own. I want to call my man. Y'all is crazy. Excuse me one sec. Call Jalen. Brief intermission. I'm trying to get to 100K subs, so I'd appreciate if you like, comment, subscribe on this channel and on my reaction channel, 4D Shams Live. Also, join my Discord and follow me on Instagram. Love y'all. You're the seasoned adult here. You're 39 years old. He should be calling you. I'm genuinely wondering how she didn't cringe enough to just not write that statement. How does she shift her brain so she doesn't feel like she's addressing her son when she's talking to him? And it's just hard to imagine that a dude in his late teens, early 20s has that much in common with an older lady. And that's the thing that makes me question, okay, is this an organic relationship or is there some sort of ulterior motive behind it? Because there are like...
I can see where he's coming from in that sense to where it may seem like it's not genuine. Then again, I know a homeboy right now, like the girl he with, or not girl, excuse me, but the person that he's with right now, she like 20 years older than him, and they they perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? Like they working out and all of that. But she has been eyeing him since he was a lot younger because she's cool with his moms. Now, I don't want to go too deep into it because that's none of y'all business. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he was all for it. He was cool with it. And she was cool with it too. And then they ended up getting a place to stay together and all that. And it ended up working out. So, like I said, you really don't know. Could she have been, you know, preying on him? I mean, I'm not going to say that it's not a possibility. But at the same time, we ain't going to just pretend like, you know what I'm saying, that it's not possible for it to be a genuine connection either. You know what I'm saying? It can be something special. You know what I'm saying? If two people are willing to make it work and it end up working out, then it just end up working out. Who are we to judge them for their choices?
Women out there who have made it their profession to finesse, swindle these men out of their money. And look, again, I'm not trying to be the relationship police. I have nothing against age gap relationships. But the consequences when these relationships go wrong are huge on the young man. Because there's always the possibility that you might have a child with the lady, and now you have to deal with child support, which can cost like 6 figures a month if you have that type of money. Or let's say, for example, this athlete happens to marry the lady and he doesn't sign a prenup, which that isn't even crazy to think because a lot of these young guys are head over heels over these ladies because they're so good at manipulating these men. So now imagine this young dude marries this older lady and down the line he sees all the red flags that he didn't see before as he grows and matures, and now they get a divorce. Now she's walking off with millions of his money. There's literally a study that shows that professional athletes lose 60% of their earnings within 5 years of retirement, and these bad relationships play a huge role in that. And look, I will say that she's completely changed her life around now, but one of the people who is known for this type of...
Then again, if you are in that type of position, that type of role with that type of money, you know, I feel like it's very important for you to protect yourself anyway and protect your finances anyway in that sense. Now, just because you go out there and get a prenup doesn't mean that you don't trust that individual or that person, but it's just a security thing, you know, for yourself, because nobody is out here willing to do for you what you are willing to do for yourself. And then not just that, like, people change over the years. People can grow apart and grow out of each other over the years. So if you don't want that person taking part of your money or anything like that, and you are in that type of position, I don't see nothing wrong with, you know, guaranteeing yourself that extra level of protection. There's nothing wrong with that.
Was Brittany Renner. I mean, she was so known for it in the past that Deion Sanders had her come and talk to his football players.
So my name is Brittany Renner, aka Bundle of Brittany on Instagram. I have been on social media for
Joke ain't took notes all year, but now you want to take it.
Awaken to a world of wonder in Final Fantasy XIV Online.
I mean, get your money, but yo!
And that's how the game starts, with the phone.
Right.
They're going on Instagram, and they see you. Take us on the journey of how this is played out.
I mean, honey, like, I feel like my DMs, it's like a Nike store. There's nothing but checks. So it just, for me, I feel like
Hold on. They missed that game.
I'm talking heavy hitters. Some of y'all's favorite rappers, NBA players, football players. It's like, to me, once you reach that level just of popularity, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want. If you play a sport, it's kind of like, well, that's an incentive to talk to you. A lot of times, women, men in general, everybody wants something.
Thank you.
Everybody wants something. So it's like, even if we both have our own thing going on, me still being with you is a good look because you boost my stock. To be able to decipher who really loves you for you, I think that's like the billion-dollar question we're all wanting to know.
And you see, the crazy thing about these type of situations is that there's a huge double standard. For example, just a couple days ago, a 22-year-old man was ambushed and beaten for linking up with an 18-year-old girl.
Police here telling me that a group of students used the Tinder dating app to lure a man to campus so he could meet up with a teenage girl.
Okay, I don't even think you can be on Tinder if you're not 18. So technically, he didn't do anything to break the law, even though that age gap is a little weird.
And once he showed up, he was allegedly beaten up by this group of students, even though police say he did nothing wrong.
And this is a huge side note, and I'm by no means trying to support predators, but for people who try to catch predators,
it sounds like Tinder need to do a better job in who's on their platform. But at the same time, like, Folks be lying.
Please don't try to do some vigilante work where you're doing all the investigation by yourself and whatnot. Do it the legal way. Because when you get to the point where you actually want to put the guy in jail, the police might not be able to put him in jail because of the way you obtained the evidence. All that's gonna do is put the predator on alert, and now he's gonna be moving even sneakier and he's gonna be harder to catch. But back to the conversation of double standards. See, I know someone's gonna come in my comments and say that men do the same thing all the time, they're just not necessarily after the money. And look, I totally agree, but see, the difference is when the man is the older partner in an age gap relationship, the man is usually more successful and has a lot more clout. For example, Jeff Bezos and his ex-wife. After they divorced, she became a billionaire. And there's numerous occasions of stuff like this happening where a woman marries a wealthy man and then after they divorce, she runs off with his wealth. Which again, I'm not trying to justify anything here, but I'm just saying it's usually worse for the dudes. I think that might be the reason why Leonardo DiCaprio hasn't gotten married to this point. Dude just keeps dating models that are 25 years old and younger and lives his life. And I also gotta talk about how different men and women are treated in these type of situations. A perfect example is Zoe Kravitz. After the situation went down with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, she made a couple of posts online that threw shade at the Smith family. So basically, people started digging up old comments that Zoe Kravitz had made about Jaden Smith.
We'll be really passionate. Jaden! Sorry.
Great! Perfect!
You made
I've been looking for you for the past forever.
I dragged him out tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Literally dragged you? This is my date.
Oh my gosh, I've been looking for you for 45 minutes
Don't
casually.
leave, I wanna, hey, just don't
okay,
leave.
yes.
Don't leave. Hang on, tell her how amazing she looks. Tell me how.
You look like something that you would find in like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Like,
right,
wow.
Keep him around. Don't leave. Sorry, that's like my love of my life. What did he say you look like? Willy Wonka, something in Willy Wonka chocolate factory. That's what like a 16-year-old says to you. It's a compliment. It's great. What was I saying?
He could have thought of anything, and that's what he came up with, bro. Wait.
Is your date for tonight? Yes, I dragged him out. I texted him and I said you have to come, so he did. I love him.
And see, I think it's great that they called her.
I'm sorry, that just goes to show, if you just ain't got the game, bruh, you just ain't got it. It's okay, y'all. Sometimes it takes time for some people to go from level 5 to level 20. It's okay.
About it, but how come they didn't call her out about it when it first happened? They only called her out about it when she got in the midst of this altercation between Will Smith and Chris Rock. So something huge had to happen just to call attention to something that was obviously wrong. Now don't.
Ready to unlock Roblox digital gift cards?
Bruh. Affirmative. The advertisements is insane.
Start earning.
Now don't get me wrong, there are situations in these age gap relationships where the lady isn't gold digging, obviously. A great example is the Ball brothers, for example, Mellow Ball and Jello Ball, where both of them are in a relationship with an older lady who has her own money. Plus, LeVar Ball approves of their relationship, so I'm sure they got nothing to worry about.
Nikki. Yeah. Oh my God, I love her.
I had no idea this man approves, like, they own father gotta approve the relationship. Bro really be on it about his kids, bro. Like, real talk, he really be on it for real. But then again, that just goes back to what I was saying earlier about how sometimes it do be a genuine connection there. As a dude, you gotta realize not every girl is out there for your money, bro. And not every girl is out there to do you down bad. People who think like that usually are mentally unhealed, and they're usually like hurting still to this day. You gotta heal, bro. Take time to yourself. You know, if you just got out of a breakup, bro, focus on you and only lock in on yourself until you ready to be back in that situation. And then just move smarter, because any relationship that you go into is just to teach you something about yourself that you didn't even know about, bro. Just take your time, bro. Everybody is not out to take you out or take your money, bro. Chill out, relax.
This is the only one that got her own spot in Beverly Hills. Everybody thinking she a gold digger and got a youngster. No, he said these other girls I'm dealing with have no sense. Everybody talking all this stuff. She business fine. Her family like that. Right. Her mom talk business. They talk business to Jello about business. Mm-hmm. So this is the part
they both
I like.
About business.
She had a Lamborghini Urus. She driving that. The baby seat in the back. Mm-hmm. She says it's too small. I got to get another ride. I think I'm gonna get that Cullinan. Yeah. Rolls Royce Cullinan. Yeah. 2 weeks
they
later, she
a
get
different
that.
type of relationship.
Not using my son's money. You her money.
The years is too
the woman
small,
that
so I need me a Cullinan.
Anna.
That's a different type of talk right there.
Anna is like, you know, everybody's stuck on that thing like, oh, she's so old, he's so young. She a woman. These other girls, is pushing buttons to make these basketball players go crazy, and now they beating them and strangling them and all that, and they losing their whole career. He always played up 6 and 7 years, so he a little more older than what he is. So of course he's not gonna pick the girlfriend type from high school. He gonna try gravitate to a woman.
If you know LeVar Ball, you know how much he cares about his sons, how much he's invested in them, and just how intelligent he is. So he would never go for anything like that. So to my fellow young successful dudes, if you find a woman like this who has things going for herself and you can tell genuinely cares about you, and the people whose opinions you value in your life also approve of her, yeah, go ahead and do it. But otherwise, please don't be another cautionary tale. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe.
And that's it, man. Be sure to check out Shams' channel. And yeah, bro, just be mindful. That's all I got to say. I pretty much said my point throughout the whole entire video. But then again, just be mindful of who you going with. Just pay attention and just move accordingly. Move smart, bro. That's all you got to do. And then you're going to be straight out here. Now, with that being said, if you did like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. And if there's anything that you want me to react to, like I said, follow me on Instagram. And I'll catch y'all on the next one, bro. I'm out, y'all.
Ain't never seen tears from a gangster, so why the world want me to cry? Fighting depression, talk to the spirits, use them judges that help me get by. But I cannot lie, that she hurt me bad when I got that call, told me you died. Like how the fuck can they take you? Man, I hope I wake up, it's a lie. Couldn't walk to that hearse, cause I remember the words and I remember the look in your eyes.